Okay guys, so here is a demonstration to show you how to multiply a 2-digit number by a 1-digit number. Okay, so this is going to help you answer your questions later on. So we're starting with 31 multiplied by 3. Okay, so the 31 we know has tens and it has ones in the number. Okay, so how many tens has 31 got? 31 has 3 tens. And how many ones? Just the one little bean on its own. Then we're multiplying it by 3, we're timesing it by 3, so we need to create our 31 3 times. So if we stick to our tens and our ones, and our 3 tens and our 1, okay? So here you can see under chips and beans that we've got 31, 31 and 31, so it's 31 made 3 times, okay? Now, in your learning intention, it says that you need to do the formal written method for 31 multiplied by 3. So I'm going to demonstrate to you now how you do 31 multiplied by 3. So we lay it out in the same way as you do with your column addition. Okay, so our tens are in one column, our ones are in another. We then always, same as addition, we always start with our ones column, but this time we're not adding, we are multiplying. So we have 1 multiplied by 3 ones, so 1 times 3, and we put our answer in our ones column. Okay, so 1 times 3 is 3. Next we move across to our tens. We are also multiplying these tens by the 3, so we have 3 tens multiplied by 3. We know that 3 times 3 is 9, and we put our 9 in our tens column because it was 3 tens multiplied by 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 tens is 90. Okay, so just to check to see whether our answer is correct, we can go back to our chips and beans. So we've got 31 made 3 times. We can now add up our ones and add up our tens to check that we have got the right answer. In our ones we have 1, 2, 3 in the ones column, and in our tens we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. We have 9 tens, so our answer was 93. Okay guys, have a little look at that, see how you find it, see if you've got any questions that you might want to blog your teacher about. If not, I'm going to move on to one more example before I set you off doing your own, having a go at it yourself. So we've got 21 times 4. Okay, so again we draw it out in our tens and our ones with our chips and our beans. So 21 this time is 10, 20 and a 1. This time we're making it 4 times. So there's another one, there's another one, and there's another one. So we've got 21 made 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, if we're writing it out, 21 multiplied by 4, this is the formal written method. Again we line our ones up, we stick to our tens and ones column, and we begin with our ones column. So it's 1 multiplied by 4, 1 times 4 is 4, it goes in your ones column. Then we move across to our tens, so we have 2 tens multiplied by 4, 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, and again we write it in our tens column because we weren't just doing 2 times 4, we were doing 2 tens times 4 is 84. Let's go back to our chips and beans to check. Add up our ones, 1, 2, 3, 4. Add up our tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 8 tens is 84. So you can see how our chips and beans make sure that our answer with our formal written method is correct. Okay, now it's over to you. Give the questions a go. Good luck. Okay, so now you've had a chance at looking at multiplying a 2-digit number by a 1-digit number where there was no exchanging. This time they're slightly bigger numbers, okay, and it's going to require a little bit more work. So I'm going to give you some more examples to help guide you through this stage of multiplication. So starting off with 16 multiplied by 4, 16 times 4. So we write it out like we do in our column addition, 16 times 4. Okay, so our ones are lined up and we've got our tens column as well. We always start with our ones, so we've got 6 times 4, 6 made 4 times. You've got 6, 12, 18, 24. Okay, but we can't fit 24 in our ones column. So just the same as when you're doing column addition, we have to put our 4 in our ones column and our 2 10s. So this number still represents 24 because it's 2 10s and 4 ones. Next we move to our tens column. So we've got 1 10 times 4. So 1 times 4 is 4. But we've also got 2 little 10s under here. Okay, so we've got 4 10s plus the 2 10s makes 6 10s. Okay, you can cross your little 2 out just to make sure that you have counted it. Make sure you can remember. Like before, we're going to use chips and beans to check. So we're going to draw out our 16. So here's our 10s and here's our ones. Okay, we're going to draw out our 16 and we're going to do it 4 times. Okay, so we've got 16 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. We're going to start by adding our ones. So we've got 6, 12, 18, 24 ones. Okay, and we have 10, 20, 30, 40 10s. Okay, or 4 10s. What do we do though? Because we can't write our number in our ones column like that. Our 2 10s need to come across here. Okay, so we now have 60 here, or 6 10s. We swap 10 beans for a chip, and we have to move 2 across in order to make the number. So we now have the answer 60 and 4, 6 10s and 4 1s, which matches up. So our answer was correct. Okay, now let's try our 31 multiplied by 5. Okay, so again, same thing, we set it out 31 multiplied by 5, 31 times 5. Start with our ones, nice and easy. 1 times 5 is 5. Okay, this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. We've got 3 10s multiplied by 5. So we've got 3 times 5, which is 15. But again, we can't squeeze 15 into this one little square. We need to know our place value for this, because we move our 1 over to this column and our 5 goes in here. This column is our hundreds. Okay, so you will see that we've moved it up a column, so we now have the answer 155. Okay, so don't forget that it moves up, it doesn't stay underneath if you need to create a new place value column. Again, we can check with chips and beans. 10, 20, 31 made 5 times. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, start by adding up your ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then how many 10s have we got? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 150, because we can swap 10 of these, move up into the hundreds column. So we now have 100 and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5. 155, which is correct. And we've got our answer there. Now the last one I'm going to do involves a mixture. So we're going to have to look at exchanging with the ones and exchanging with the 10s. Okay, so we've got 53 multiplied by 4, or 53 times 4, or 53 made 4 times. Okay, so we're going to start with our ones as always. 3 times 4, 3, 6, 9, 12. So again, our ones goes here and our 10s have to go underneath the number 12. We've still got the number 12, but we haven't squeezed it into the ones column. We've used our 10s column as well. Okay, so 3 times 4 is 12. We've then got to do 5 10s multiplied by 4. Okay, so this is 50 times 4. So it's 50, 100, 150, 200, or 20 10s, plus this one down here makes 21 10s. And as you can see, I've moved it up into my hundreds column because you can't squeeze 21 into that little tens box. Okay, so our answer is 212. Let's see if we were right with chips and beans. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3. And we need to make it 4 times. So there's 2 times, 3 times, and there's 4 times. No, there's not. Did you spot my deliberate error? Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 3, not 54, made 4 times. Okay, right, let's check by starting with our ones. So we've got 10, 20, 10, 20, what am I counting in tens for? With ones, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Remember, 10 of our beans can swap for a chip. So we've got 2 beans left over, and we've got 1 more chip in our chip section in our tens. Okay, now we count up our tens. We've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so those tens can come across and make 100. Okay, we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So they can come across and make another 100. And then we have our 110 left over. So this column is 100, so we have 2 hundreds. We have only got our 1 little 10 left over, plus our 2 ones. So our answer is 212 with chips and beans, and 212 with the written method. Okay, that was a lot to take in, guys, but give it a go. See how you get on. And again, if you've got any questions or any queries, please message your teachers on the blogs, and hopefully we'll be able to help you out. Good luck.